Beloved child of the divine, pause now and let the world's relentless noise fade into silence. Archangel Michael, celestial guardian of truth and light, stands before you with a message that carries the weight of heaven's urgency. A storm is gathering on the horizon of your life, not to shatter your spirit, but to unveil a truth that has long been cloaked in shadows. A revelation, heavy with the bittersweet ache of heartbreak, is making its way to your doorstep. This is no fleeting whisper from the divine. It is a sacred summons, a call to still your heart and listen with every fiber of your being. The one who wounded your soul, who left scars where love should have bloomed, is about to face the unyielding light of divine truth. This moment is not a coincidence. It is a celestial orchestration, a pivotal turning point designed to set your spirit free. The world spins at a dizzying pace, and your heart has carried burdens far too heavy for far too long. I know the nights when your thoughts spiraled into the abyss, replaying moments of betrayal, each memory a sharp edge against your peace. I know the days when you painted a smile over the cracks in your heart, hiding your pain from a world that never paused to ask. You've questioned your worth, wondered if you were too much or not enough, and carried the weight of their absence like a stone in your chest. But now, beloved, the divine is stepping in with a purpose. This message is no ordinary word. It is a celestial warning, wrapped in the tender embrace of mercy, delivered by the command of the Almighty. The person who caused your tears, who left you in silence when you craved their voice, who vanished when you needed their strength, is about to be exposed. Their actions, once hidden in the folds of darkness, are being drawn into the radiant light of truth. I am Archangel Michael, and my words are not spoken lightly. They are forged in the fire of divine will, sent to prepare you for a moment that will change the course of your journey. A message, a confrontation, a letter, or perhaps a spiritual sign is approaching your home. It will carry the weight of truth, and it will shake the stillness that has settled over your life like dust on forgotten dreams. This truth is about the one who hurt you, the one who made your heart weep when it should have sung, who disappeared when you needed their presence, who spoke lies and never sought forgiveness. They believed their secrets were safe. That time would bury their wrongs beneath layers of silence. But heaven sees all and heaven forgets nothing. Every tear you shed, every whispered why in the quiet of the night, every moment you doubted your own light. I saw it, I recorded it, and now the divine is moving with purpose. This message is not meant to frighten you, beloved, but to fortify your spirit for what lies ahead. The news that approaches will stir your soul, arriving perhaps as a knock at your door, a message lighting up your phone, or a sudden clarity that settles in your heart like a long-awaited answer. It will reveal what was hidden, the betrayals you sensed but couldn't prove, the intentions you felt but couldn't name, the actions taken behind your back when you were too trusting, too loving to question. The one who hurt you is beginning to feel the weight of their choices pressing against their soul. They are restless, sensing the spiritual alarms ringing in the unseen realms. They know the truth is no longer theirs to control. They feel the eyes of heaven watching, and they are afraid, not of you, but of the consequences they can no longer outrun. This moment is sacred, a divine intersection where pain meets liberation. The heartbreak that is coming is not meant to shatter you further, but to break the invisible chains that have bound you to the past. You have prayed for clarity, for answers, for a way to understand why your heart still aches for a chapter that should have closed long ago. This is God's response, not in the gentle whisper you might have imagined, but in the powerful, transformative way your soul needs. The truth is a double-edged sword. It will cut through the lies that have held you captive, but it will also set you free. It may sting, yes, like a wound being cleansed before it heals, but that pain is fleeting, a momentary ache before the dawn of your healing breaks through. Take a deep breath now, beloved, and feel the air fill your lungs with purpose. If your heart is racing, if your spirit trembles as you read these words, know that this is no accident. You were guided to this message at this precise moment because heaven is speaking directly to your soul. Pause here, for this is a divine invitation, a sacred call to align with the truth that is unfolding. If these words resonate, If they echo in the chambers of your heart, do not turn away. Subscribe now to this sacred channel of truth, for the messages that follow will not come twice. Heaven is watching who listens, who heeds the call, who opens their heart to the divine. Your confirmation matters. Let the angels know you are ready, that you are listening, that you are prepared to receive what is coming. Subscribe, and let us walk this holy path together. Let us go deeper, beloved, into the heart of this divine revelation. The one who hurt you believed you would never rise from the ashes of their betrayal. They thought your heart would remain broken, that their absence would write the final chapter of your story. They were convinced that their departure would dim your light forever, leaving you to wander in the shadows of their choices. But they were wrong, so profoundly wrong. God had a different plan, a higher purpose woven into the fabric of your destiny. While you wept, heaven was watching, collecting every tear as a testament to your strength. While you questioned, heaven was working, orchestrating a redemption that would surpass your pain. Every prayer you whispered, every moment you spent searching for answers in the silence, was heard and held by the divine. The person who caused your pain is beginning to sense the unraveling of their carefully woven lies. They check on you in secret, their curiosity tinged with unease, wondering if you've found joy without them, if you've rebuilt what they tried to destroy. They speak of regret to others but never to you, avoiding your name as if it carries the weight of their guilt. Their silence betrays them, for it is not the silence of peace, but the silence of a soul that knows it cannot outrun the truth. They thought time would be their ally, that distance would shield their secrets. But time is no longer on their side. It is on yours, beloved, and it is bringing justice to your doorstep. This heartbreak, this revelation, is not a punishment. It is a divine gift, a sacred key to the door you've been trying to unlock. It is the door to closure, to freedom, to a heart no longer tethered to the pain of the past. The truth may arrive in many forms: a letter that stops you in your tracks, a call that stirs old memories, a face-to-face encounter that shakes your core, or a quiet moment of clarity that settles over you like a warm blanket. Whatever form it takes, know that it is guided by the hand of God. It will reveal the full story, the betrayals you sensed but couldn't prove, the intentions you felt but couldn't name, the actions taken in the shadows when you were too trusting, too loving to question. When this truth arrives, you must be ready, beloved. Not with anger, not with fear, but with the quiet strength of faith. Your heart must remain open, not to the one who hurt you, but to the healing that follows the truth. You have carried this pain for too long, holding on to questions without answers, memories without resolution. You've wondered if you were too much, not enough, or somehow at fault for their choices. Let me speak this truth into your spirit with unshakable clarity. You were never the problem. Your love was not a mistake. It was a gift, pure and radiant, even if it was mishandled by hands too weak to hold it. The one who hurt you did not leave because of your flaws. They left because they could not match the brilliance of your soul. They ran from your light, fearing it would expose their shadows. But now, those shadows are being illuminated, and they can no longer hide. This is not about revenge, though the truth may feel like justice. It is about alignment, about God realigning your life with His divine purpose for you. The person who hurt you had their chance. Heaven sent them dreams, warnings, gentle nudges to do right by you, but they turned away. They ignored the whispers of the divine, choosing their own path over the one that would have honored you. Now the consequences of their choices are catching up, and the divine is ensuring that you see the truth for what it is. You may feel a storm of emotions, anger, sadness, confusion, as this revelation approaches. Let them pass through you like clouds moving across a vast sky. Do not hold on to them, for they are not your burden to carry. After the storm comes clarity, and after clarity comes peace, a peace so deep it will anchor your soul. You are not the same person you were when they hurt you, beloved. You have grown, not in spite of the pain, but because of it. You have been refined in the fire of betrayal, forged into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever. The heartbreak that is coming is not meant to pull you back into the shadows of the past, but to propel you into a future where you no longer question your worth. You are being prepared for a love that does not hide, a love that does not hurt, a love that sees you fully and chooses you without hesitation. But first, this chapter must close, and it will close with the arrival of this truth, like a final note in a song that has played for too long. Feel the shift in your spirit as these words settle into your heart. The heaviness in your chest is lifting, the fog in your mind is clearing, and the fear in your heart is fading. This is not just a message, it is a divine activation, a call to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. You are not alone in this moment. The angels surround you, their wings brushing against the edges of your soul, calming your breath, steadying your heart. Even in your darkest nights when you thought no one saw your pain, heaven was there. When you whispered, "I can't do this anymore," heaven heard. When you screamed into your pillow, believing no one cared, heaven held you. And now, heaven is responding with a truth that will set you free. The one who hurt you may try to return, not out of love but out of fear. Fear of being exposed, fear of losing the light they once took for granted. They may come with apologies, with tears, with words that sound like the ones you once longed to hear. But you will know, beloved. You will know if their words are genuine or merely a mask for their guilt. You will know whether to open the door or keep it closed. And that knowing, that quiet certainty, is a gift from God. It is the strength you've been building, the wisdom you've been gathering, the faith you've been nurturing in the silence of your suffering. You are no longer the person who waited for their validation. You are the one who stands in your own truth. This is your moment, beloved. The heartbreak that is coming is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your freedom. It is the final note in a song of pain, the closing line of a chapter that no longer serves your soul. You are not meant to live in the shadow of betrayal, to walk through life carrying the weight of their choices. You are meant to stand in the light of truth, to love with a heart that is whole, to live with a spirit that is unbound. The one who hurt you thought they could dim your light, but they forgot one thing. Your light comes from God, and no one can extinguish what He has ignited. As the truth approaches, prepare your heart with courage. Stand tall, not in pride, but in peace. You do not need to chase what is running from you, nor do you need to beg for answers that heaven is already bringing. Simply open your hands and receive what is coming, not just the heartbreak, but the healing that follows. The person who hurt you will face their consequences, but you, beloved, will rise. You will rise into a season of joy, of clarity, of love that does not demand your tears. You will rise into a version of yourself that no longer waits for validation, that no longer questions its worth, that no longer carries the pain of the past. And now, as this message weaves its way into the fabric of your soul, let me paint a vision of what lies ahead. After the truth arrives, after the heartbreak has spoken, you will feel a profound shift. You will sleep differently, your rest undisturbed by the ghosts of old wounds. You will dream differently, your visions filled with hope rather than regret. You will walk differently, your steps lighter, unburdened by the weight of their name. The questions that once haunted you will dissolve in the light of understanding, and you will look in the mirror and see not just a survivor, but a soul reborn, a heart reclaimed, a spirit set free. This is not the end of your love story. It is the beginning of one where you are loved fully, openly, and without pain. The divine is not done with you, beloved. The angels are whispering signs to guide you, numbers that repeat, songs that carry memories, dreams that feel like messages from the other side. These are not accidents. They are heaven's way of preparing you for what is coming. The one who hurt you is already feeling the weight of their actions. Their soul is restless, their nights uneasy, for the spiritual protection over your life is stirring their conscience. They cannot sleep as they once did, cannot walk freely without sensing the eyes of heaven watching. Every lie they told, every promise they broke, every moment they made you feel small, it is echoed in the spiritual realm, and now those echoes are turning into thunder. This heartbreak is not sent to punish you. It is sent to confirm you, to affirm what your spirit has always known. You were never the problem. Your love was not wasted. It was pure, a radiant offering even if it was mishandled. The one who hurt you will face their reckoning, but your path is different. You are being called to a higher ground, a place where betrayal cannot reach, where manipulation cannot follow, where you are safe in the arms of truth. Archangel Michael stands guard over your soul, his sword of light drawn not to harm, but to sever the ties that have kept you bound to pain. You are not meant to live in confusion. You are meant to walk in certainty, and that certainty is coming with this truth. Prepare yourself emotionally, beloved. Prepare your heart for the moment when the truth enters, for it will not leave the same way it came. It will transform you, reshaping the contours of your spirit. The one who hurt you may try to twist the story, to blame timing or confusion or someone else. They may come with explanations that sound convincing, but do not let their voice drown out God's. God is not confused, and neither is your soul anymore. You will know what is genuine, what is manipulation, what is too late. And that knowing will be your shield, your strength, your guide. This is not about getting even. It is about getting free. You are being elevated, pulled out of cycles of pain, protected from delays, positioned for something greater. The person who hurt you had their chance. They had your loyalty, your heart, your love, and they chose to let it slip through their fingers. But you, beloved, rose from the fire of their betrayal. You rose with more insight, more awareness, more strength than you ever knew you possessed. And now, you are about to step into a version of yourself that no one, not even the one who hurt you, has ever seen. You will glow differently after this heartbreak. You will speak with more power, love yourself more deeply, look in the mirror and say, "I know who I am now," and mean it with every fiber of your being. If this message has stirred your soul, if it has ignited a spark of hope, clarity, or strength within you, do not let this sacred moment pass. Subscribe now to stay connected to these divine messages, for the truth that is coming will unfold further, and you are meant to walk this path with heaven's guidance. Your subscription is a sacred act, a signal to the angels that you are ready to receive, to heal, and to rise into the fullness of your divine purpose. Join this journey today, and let the light of truth continue to guide your heart.